Hello and welcome to Admit One, your movie and TV podcast right here on Rabbit Hole Media. I am one of your hosts, Jack Nelly Thompson, and today, as always and as usual, I'm joined by one Kristian Lasham.
It's been a weird day, isn't it?
It has. Strange day. For many reasons we shan't get into it here. It's not the time nor the place. Not the time nor the place, but how are you all?
Do you know, I'm not too bad, really. I'm okay. I feel sleepy today. I feel really sleepy today.
I too am
For
sleepy
no real
today.
reason. I was off yesterday. I just feel particularly like I feel drained today. And it's day one of my work week, so I'm fucked. Mm-hmm. I'm fucked. But I'm fine. I'm fine. Otherwise, I'm okay. You know, it's a strange day. It's been a strange day. Strange things have happened. I haven't wrapped my head around many of the things of the day. Mm-hmm. But I'm all right. I'm okay. How about you? How are you?
Also sleepy. Overslept sleepy.
Oh, you were off today, weren't you?
Thanks, Hannah. Yeah, I was off today. So everyone was like, is he dead?
Mm-hmm. Well, it was specifically about Moonlight. If it wasn't the Moon Knight trailer today, not hearing from you would have meant nothing. But we expected exclamation and expletives and vulgarity, and we heard nothing from you. So we were all concerned in the community that you weren't present.
Oh, I see. Sorry. It took me a while to read that and understand that message.
Yeah, for reference, Hannah said in the Twitch chat there, when do you guys worry about this being the correct time or place to discuss anything? Days like today, because we're a bit tired and it would be very energetic to get into all of the mishmash of that right now, I think.
Mm-hmm. And also, we don't, because we are here today, of course, to talk about the Moon Knight trailer.
That's good, because I thought you were going to be serious, but you were.
I am. It was a really good trailer.
Are we actually doing the Moon Knight trailer first?
No.
I don't mind if you want to talk about it, but I just need to know what's the time code.
We'll get to it.
Okay.
We'll get to it. This is me, so I'll probably get to it in like the middle.
Yeah, no, of course. Of course.
Yeah. This is Admit One, your movie and TV podcast right here on Rabbit Hole Media. If you like what you're doing and what you're doing is watching us, you can follow us on Twitter at rabbithole_UK. You can subscribe to us on YouTube where you can see us anytime that you wish. You can follow us on Twitch at Rabbit Hole Media. And now you can join the chaos and carnage that is our conversation by joining our Discord.
Indeed!
And now you can follow us on Instagram at rabbithole_UK and on TikTok, rabbithole_media_UK and on TikTok at rabbithole_media for all the behind the scenes tits and bits. I have so many issues with that.
Tits and bits. Tits and bits.
Tits and bits.
If you'd like to support us.
If you'd like to support us at merch.rabbitholemedia.co.uk for a wide range of merchandise that has recently gotten wider, and finally, if you are watching us live on Twitch and are an Amazon Prime member, you get one free Twitch Prime membership a month. Please find it within your hearts to give that membership to us. It doesn't cost you a penny, but it goes a very long way and it helps us bring you the shows that you love.
Faisal says, wait. Are you all wrapping up already? Don't leave me.
No, we do this at the beginning and the end. This is the beginning. This is why I can tell you that this is absolutely not the best Fast and Furious movie by a country mile. So I saw you the other day and you said you had many things to say about this movie. So I'm intrigued. General thoughts on Too Fast, Too Furious.
So remember how the other day when you asked me about it and I said I had many things to say about it?
Yes.
It was fresh in my mind. Many of those things have now been replaced by the calamities of the day. It's a bit shit, isn't it? I really didn't like this film at all.
No, it's not good.
I was bored for a big chunk of it. So bear in mind again, for anyone who doesn't know, I've not seen these movies before. This is my first time watching through this series. I really liked the first one. I thought it was really interesting. I thought it was fun. I thought it was energetic. I thought it had cool action scenes. I thought it had good characterization. I enjoyed the character development between all the characters. I really liked it. This one... this sounds stupid, but it is the case. It suffers from not having Vin Diesel, I think.
I somehow agree, but also I never want to agree to that sentiment.
But okay, that's why I say it sounds stupid. But like, I think one of the things that worked well about the first one is the chemistry between Brian and
Dom.
Yeah, I couldn't remember his bloody name, but I see who it was. So obviously with that missing, it felt like what they were trying to do with Tyrese.
Yes.
But in this one, felt a bit more forced. It was kind of putting in a backstory that we hadn't seen. Whereas, with the first one, we'd seen the relationship being forged. This one, we're just being told it exists. So it just felt a bit more forced. So I just wasn't as interested into it. I wasn't as invested in their relationship, for one, and therefore their real motivations all the way through it. But it just didn't feel as interesting. It didn't feel as fun. It didn't feel as genuine. Didn't feel as charming. And none of the action stuff felt as impressive either. It felt like cheaper versions of what we'd seen in the first one.
Yep.
So yeah, I found the whole thing quite disappointing personally.
I largely agree. Spoilers for my ranking so far, but this is the worst one.
Oh yeah, ranking. Forgot we were doing that. And ranking too.
This is the worst one of all nine.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see. I like to see how that plays out over the next few weeks.
I do not like this movie at all. I think it's dog shit in every way. I don't need to hear Paul Walker saying "bro" for 90 minutes.
Oh yeah,
it's bro. Like, he's not the best actor in the world, but even for him, this is poor. And Tyrese Gibson, same again. Or Roman Pierce, if we're talking character name. But yeah, there's nothing interesting about this one. The effects are really dodgy. It's all very generic 2000s action movie stuff. They just happen to be in a car for a lot of it. The villain is really uninteresting and just, I don't even understand what he does.
No, it just seemed to be some kind of drug criminal.
Yeah.
Like, I've got loads of money. So
I've got money in a fucking trailer.
Yeah.
In a chalet. Let's be honest, it was on a road. It's not a chalet. But different names of houses are coming back again. But yeah, there's nothing appealing about this movie, I don't think.
Well, there you go. It's Too Fast, Too Furious reviewed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think this bigger problem was?
What?
I don't think they were driving that fast or furiously.
Not particularly.
Like, there was a big... can we do spoilers? Can we do spoilers?
Spoilers.
You know what we're like here at Rabbit Hole. This is not going to be in any form of discernible order, so good luck keeping up. There was this big thing where they went, okay, FBI or the feds aren't going to look after us and try and help us, even though we've been told that when we complete this mission, they're going to kill us. And if we can complete the mission, they're going to kill us. So we should just take the money for ourselves. That was kind of the conversation I witnessed them have, or I was the impression I took. We're going to do that. We're just going to take this for ourselves, because they're going to kill us if we give it to them, and they're not going to help us. So we'll just do it ourselves. And then they got every single person who owns a fancy car in the US to join in somehow. With none of them going, I would like a cut of this, however many $1 million we're talking about. They're just like, yeah, all right, cool, no worries. We'll just take part in this big, gigantic thing. With how they organised that so quickly as well is beyond me. But they didn't seem to keep... I mean, obviously, like, he kept a bit back for himself, but it seems like they just went and did the drop where they thought the drop was going to be, and were carrying on to get the FBI where they thought... Yeah, I was just very confused about, hang on, what were you doing then? What were you trying to plan that was different? Like, because it's made out as if this big bit was... the other guys, we've lost him. Like, where are they? We can't find them. They got. So, are you trying to lose the police? Are you trying to get them there? I don't understand, because you're confused that you're going to a different location to where you've sent them. I don't understand what you're trying to do. I just did not follow it. Maybe I missed something.
No, I don't really understand what the point of any of it was. Like, why did they swap cars to lose the FBI if they were just going to do the job?
That's exactly. They're just doing the job anyway. It really annoyed me.
None of it makes a lot of sense. They have a lorry driver who just absolutely commits murder and fucks off quite early. When they go to get the Ferrari out of the... when they go and get the cigar out of the Ferrari in the boatyard... They drive between two lorries. The lorry drivers, for whatever reason, no one would ever actually do this, just decide, no, fuck this, and close the gap. While there's a car there pushing it under and they're just murdering the driver, and then you see in the next scenes he's just fucked off. Mm-hmm. Like, I know Americans are idiots, but come on. They're not usually all murderers. Although the driver did seem slightly foreign, so it does make sense that an American would do that.
You make a good point. Rich has said sorry, not Rich. Hannah has said, oh God, I'm terrible at reading. Hilarious fact, Vin Diesel didn't come back because they didn't make a Francis Ford Coppola approach to this sequel.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either. That's why I brought it up. It might, I believe you. I believe you that it's a hilarious fact, but I don't know what that means. So, sorry.
That's pretty much the entire movie. I don't.
The thing is, we often make that joke on this show, but that is like that. That's the entire plot of the film. Is the only person that could possibly help us is this disgraced cop from last time because he can drive. He's the only one that could possibly help us. Is this one disgraced cop? Yeah, it just felt a bit like, would you go to him though? Would you actually go to him? Because all he's proven to you is that in these situations, he will help the criminal get away. Because why are you? I don't understand why you're trusting this guy. And then, obviously, the whole thing where it was like, oh, I didn't know that pizza place makes cars or something, whatever. Like,
yeah.
I get what they were going to go for there. And I didn't know this film. I didn't know anything about this film. I've not really followed this franchise at all. So I thought they were gearing to is like there's only one man I'll do this job with.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah, I thought that's where they're going to go. And that would have been cool. I would have been fine with that. A bit cheesy, but sure. But it's like some dude you've never heard of before.
Yes.
And now we've got to try and introduce you to and build apparently years worth of broken relationship with. And it's like, what? Why didn't you just give him just a... It would have been better if he was just partnered with some random dude and he formed a bond with them again.
Yeah.
And they showed us a story of them forming a bond because there wasn't even really a story of them rekindling a friendship. It was just kind of like, oh, I'm really angry at you for putting me away. But not really, though. It was just kind of like, done now. It was just weird.
So Rich says, spoiler alert, if you're worried about the plot not making sense in the second film, you're screwed for the rest of the films. I disagree. I think the plots of the films make sense. They just take unnecessarily extreme action to deal with that.
Okay. All right. Fine.
I would say they take the most extreme route possible as opposed to the easiest route.
I would argue,
forward.
based off what I've witnessed about the world in the last 2 years, that seems plausible in reality anyway. So,
but yeah, you can sit there and watch these movies and go, why is that your suggestion to this problem? Why does it involve a tank?
to be fair, there are many problems I could solve with a tank.
Oh yes, the population is one
yes.
of them. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to get closer, but I have a wheel in the way.
That's not something any woman wants to hear.
Well, I'm trying to get closer, but there's a wheel in the way. So you know I made reference to the... What did you just do?
I don't know, but it hurts me a lot.
You know I made reference to the weird out of the window shots looking a bit funny in the first movie.
Yeah.
They're a million times worse than this one. Yeah, they look like PlayStation 2.
Yeah, the whole thing looked like PlayStation 2 game. All the driving sequence looked like...
Need for Speed Underground.
Yeah, real bad. And I feel like the use of NOS was even more extremely unrealistic.
Oh, yeah, because he went faster just because he hit both buttons at the same time.
Like, not how that works.
No, not at all.
Not how that works at all.
That's just how you cause fires.
And so much faster. Like, G-Force wrenching them back in the seat style faster, which NOS does not do. Like, I'll put up with it a little bit in the first one, but it was egregious in this one. Bringing that word back as well. There was also loads of just kind of like, we need to pad out this section with some action, so let's just give them a race to do for no real reason and stuff.
Oh, well, the pink slip bits.
Yeah, it's just
getting those cars.
Not really adding anything to the plot, just filling space out.
No, not really. Yeah, and it didn't really need to be like this. The dramatic scene. Are they going to win? Yes.
Yes, they are going to win.
Obviously, they're going to win. This is no shit. Like, they're the heroes of this movie. They're going to win this race. Why are you going for the? Oh, they're not gonna. You're not gonna be able to win. They've got. Richard said, "Don't you dare! Need for Speed Underground 2 had better graphics than Gran Turismo 7. At least that's what my rose glasses. Fuck me. At least that's what my rose tinted glasses say. Fucking hell, that was difficult. Look, why are you punishing me here, Rich, with words like tinted that I just can't say for some reason. Yeah, like you're not gonna win. It's American muscles. Oh, but we have NOS. That's how that works." Apparently, and all you need to do, like, also, in these scenarios, I don't think the acceptable way to win is blatant cheating.
I thought that on both cases.
On both parts.
Blatant cheating. Like, seems like
knocking the sign into the road from the muscle guy's car so he spins out, and then just playing chicken with the guy so he fucking
yeah.
So it just careens off the road. I don't think that's the way to win. I
also feel like that's an unnecessarily risky move.
Oh,
like, yeah. This isn't that important. Getting this car isn't that important that you need to...
Just get another car.
Because he wasn't backing out. He would happily just make that crash. He was not backing out. She was the stronger one of the two, which is how he won the game of chicken. I appreciate that. But it was unnecessary. We'll just get another car.
Let's just get another car. Like, with the how many cars show up at the end? Like, why couldn't you have just got one of those?
They needed the cars for that bit at the end anyway. So there were so many cars at the end, it would have been perfectly believable for him to just arbitrarily be in some new cars. And I wouldn't have gone, well, where'd those cars come from? Quite obviously, it came from the same place as all the other fucking rest of cars. So you could have just done that. Again, it was just to pad out a bit in the story a little bit in the middle, just to give it some time.
Yeah, 100%.
Because the runtime's like an hour 40 or something, or an hour 45 or something.
Yeah, it's
like
not
that.
particularly long.
Yeah, so just having to... That added an extra, 7 minutes, I suppose, so... And, an extra 7 minutes can go a really long way if you know what you're doing. They don't.
They did not, no. Funnily enough, I don't think this director has returned.
Okay, interesting. Interesting stuff. So, genuine question, how long before Vin Diesel comes back?
2 weeks.
Oh, no.
Comes back in 4.
Oh.
But Paul Walker's not in next week's either.
What? Well, who's in next week's one?
No one. Not no one, obviously.
I'm confused.
What's Tokyo Drift?
Don't talk to me like I know.
It's set in Tokyo.
Right, okay. Okay. God, films in the early noughties were weird.
All over the place. They were building a name as opposed to a consistent franchise, and then they added the story
Use your words, Jack.
The story-based franchise as opposed to just the name later on, and then they started looping shit back in, forcing it to be a cohesive narrative. But yeah, at first it was just all over the place.
Which is just the epitome of films from that era.
Oh yeah. So. When the fourth one came out in 2009, it was meant to be The Big Return and all that kind of stuff. So it was...
Which, to be fair, that's still a thing they're doing today, very much so, isn't it? The Big Return, characters and actors coming back. 2021, 2022 has just been full of big returns. The last few years have, really, actually, thinking about it.
Have they?
Yeah, you think you've had the Star Wars characters come back and...
Yeah, Star Wars.
Yeah, that's all they're doing.
The Flash next year is going to have different Batmen.
Star Wars is getting it hard because we've got Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen coming back as well.
Yep. So that's kind of what 4 was. So next week, I'm intrigued to see what you say next week, to be fair.
I'm intrigued to see what I think of next week. I mean, although I didn't really enjoy this film, I'm still looking forward to watching the next one. I'm looking forward to watching the rest of this franchise and seeing how everything develops and seeing, because I know this franchise is like quite well respected and quite well loved.
It is, yeah, but not because it's like high quality movies.
No,
but
I know,
because they're blockbusters.
Yeah, but I'm intrigued to watch that develop and see how that develops and to see if I end up in that similar kind of mindset with it, really.
Mm-hmm. It's, once they get the ball rolling, they're actually all enjoyable. And then it's kind of like, which one do I like more? I don't know. But yeah, for these first few, the first one's pretty good. I do enjoy the first one. Second one is really rough. Third one I enjoy. I enjoy the third one, and the fourth one is fine. And then the ball starts going a bit more. So that'll be that. Could this be the shortest episode of Having It One in history? I have nothing else to say about
Well, we have there's a lot you're gonna have to say about Moon Knight. So.
Kind of, but no one else knows what I'm talking about. So
that's fine. You can educate.
It's going to be a short, one-sided conversation there. But no, what else? That's too fast. I don't know. Really.
I had a question.
Oh, go.
What's the other guy's name? The guy he goes and gets
Roman.
So he's on a tag, so he can't leave 100 yards from his house.
Yes.
So why do you think I parked so close to the arena?
Mm-hmm.
Not sure. That's how it kind of implied to me, like, I'm pretty sure he can't live in a trailer that he can move around and just drive wherever the fuck he wants and goes, well, I'm still in 100 yards of my house. I don't think that's how that works.
Unless it was always agreed that's where it would be parked.
I'd argue that's not parked so much as pitched up.
Well, yeah.
Left.
Yeah.
It just felt weird. In which case,
does
why
feel
did he need
weird.
to be in a trailer? Why didn't he just have a hut? Like, the fact it was a trailer is what made me be like, so what, you just go where you want and then say, but I'm still within 100 yards of that?
That definitely doesn't work. But it didn't look like he had the means to move it. It didn't look like it was movable, considering it didn't even have a door handle. But
true, it did have wheels though.
I don't know. That's a fair thing. It's a fair thing to bring up.
It just felt weird. There were some big chunks missing out of this mic. That's weird. Just as I was watching it, I was like, either there's a flaw here, or you, sir, are a genius.
You've busted the home arrest system wide open.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I wanted to mention it.
That's fair enough. I mean, it's not like this film is without weird plot holes.
Oh, for sure.
And then as well with the three extra bags that he had in the boot. I don't know why he was just like, oh, well, let's give you these then.
Give him back. Yeah, that was weird. And then still kept some money. What was it gaining? And why was the officer so nonchalantly like, okay, no worries.
We found some more evidence,
like,
as opposed to this criminal has revealed
like, so you were gonna take these.
That he's been harbouring evidence.
So you're telling me, Roman, that you were going to take these bags because I said nice things. Now you're going to give them. There's not. You're still under arrest.
You're still a criminal, good sir.
And then I'm also going to any good cop. Let me just search you to make sure you definitely get these are the only 3 remaining bags.
Yeah, 100%. But hey ho, they're talking about a Mitsubishi Evo as if it's the best car in the world. It's like, where did you get an Evo from? I don't know, any fucking scrapyard. Like, maybe in 2004 or whatever it was, 2003 or whatever. That might have been like a big old car, I don't know. But these days it's like, oh, I've got a Mitsubishi Evo. All right, see you in a week. Christ.
The whole kind of like crazy ass detective torture scene as well was a bit much.
Oh, the rap.
Yeah, that went extreme quick.
Yeah.
That went from like, oh, I've got some people on my payroll in the police force and whatnot, and I'm gonna pull some strings to quite brutally torturing a cop.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure that's so much pulling strings. Like, I don't think that chap needed to be on your payroll.
No.
For that particular line of questioning. Like, because I'm pretty sure I'd give most people whatever they needed if I had if I had a boiling bucket on me. Like the rat aside, if you were boiling a metal bucket so the rim was just fucking melting to my flesh, I'd probably give in pretty quick. That sounds uncomfortable. But when you have a rat in the bucket that's going to just eat its way down...
To be honest, I'm the kind of person where as soon as I got into that room, I just would have gone, yeah, whatever you want, mate.
Oh, yeah.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you in here. You've all got guns.
Do you each need a handy? What's going on?
And wherever you need, call it done. Because I know you're a big master criminal.
I know you've killed for less. I'm gonna just give you what you need and go on our way.
Yeah.
Let's have a happy relationship here. Leave my children alone.
Agreed.
So Moon Knight looks fucking really
Hang on, we have
cool.
to do the ranking.
2.
Hang on. Wait. It's time for the first ever ranking of the Fast and the Furious franchise. So far we have in number 1, Fast and the Furious.
Do you actually have it written down anywhere?
No, because it's this long. Where would you put Too Fast, Too Furious in your ranking?
2.
2, excellent. I will also put it in number 2. So that means in second place we have Too Fast, Too Furious, and in first place we have The Fast and the Furious. Tune in next week to see.
This will get more interesting as the weeks go along.
It won't, because I haven't even seen the third one. I'm pretty sure I know that the third one's going to be in second place.
Oh, yes. That's it, as the weeks go along, not as next week comes along.
Yes.
Like,
And now there is more than 2. As of next week, I'll be writing things down and there'll be some visuals. But it seemed pointless again. Anyway.
to be fair, we've forgotten singular things before, so the fact that there was now 2 involved was a strong risk.
Yeah, you're right. You're pushing us. Let's do your Moonlight trailer.
So who's seen Moon Knight? Well, the trailer, obviously, not the thing. It was really good. I really like it. I'm very excited. Very happy. But no one else knows what it is, so I can't really talk about it. And I'm really stressed.
You can talk about it. Say what you want to say.
But no one's going to know what it means.
But then explain what it means.
And
Give
then
context.
It might spoil the show.
All right.
Like, if I'm like, it might be a big reveal. He's not British.
Well, you've
He's not.
You've just done it. You're just doing the thing. You're doing the thing you said you didn't want to do.
Because someone said a thing, so I could respond to that. His name isn't Stephen either. His name isn't Stephen.
No, it's Oscar. He's an actor. Here's what I know about Moon Knight. You like it, and you've told me that it's quite brutal.
It can be. I don't think the show's going to be particularly beautiful.
Well, some of it looked a bit brutal, to be fair. It was dark. It looks dark and twisted.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I think it's going to be quite interesting viewing for the MCU, and almost...
It's going to be very different, I think.
Yeah, and I think it might be uncomfortable in places in a good way. I'm really looking forward to it. Anything MCU, anything Marvel is going to have me going, ooh, at the moment anyways. It's soonish, so March the 30th is when it begins. Obviously, we will be covering it here on the show.
There is no way in hell that ain't happening.
We'll work out how that fits into the schedule as we go. I'm really looking forward to it. I think the trailer looked really good. I thought the trailer was really interesting. For someone that actually doesn't know anything about the character, that trailer was interesting because it left me with a lot of questions about, like, oh, is he British? Who's he talking about? Where's his names coming from? Because I didn't even know what you'd said about him having different personalities until you'd said it. I didn't know that. So obviously it started to put that across. That was clearly the way that was going. But generally, I think it looks really interesting. More than anything, like, just think it's interesting, and then it has the potential to be cool and awesome as well because it's Marvel and they know how to do that shit. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, Hannah said, is that just one of his personalities? This is why this trailer was really interesting to me, because yes, this whole trailer is from the perspective of one of his personalities, not the actual him. The actual him, in the trailer, somebody says, "What is wrong with you, Mark?" And then he says, "Why did you call me Mark?" His name's actually Mark, and he is a very rich American man.
Oh, right, okay.
He is very Bruce Wayne in that regard, other than he is Other than the fact that he's absolutely insane. But
I'd argue Bruce Wayne is quite insane.
that's true. That is true. But okay, has seeked help and been diagnosed with
I understand.
With DID. And yeah, he has multiple personalities. I think that there's like 3 main ones, one of which being Moon Knight. And then the whole thing with Moon Knight is, in a lot of the comics, is with all the mystical stuff that you see going on in the trailer, it's like, is this actually happening? Or is it just in his head? And I'm interested, because they didn't mention his actual like origin at all in this trailer, which he was a mercenary, got betrayed in Egypt and then put in an Egyptian tomb, and
Right, okay.
he has been, or he believes he's been resurrected and then basically possessed and guided by the Egyptian moon god, hence Moon Knight. But again, you never really know if that actually happened or if it's just, or if this moon god is just one of his personalities. You never really know. So it's very exciting.
See what they do with it, I guess. I wonder if they'll actually make something they reveal.
Yeah, I think the trailer's done this on, well, obviously they've done it on purpose. But I think most of it will be from Mark.
No, sorry. So yeah, I think they'll reveal obviously Stephen isn't his real name and stuff. That'll be revealed in the show. I'm more meant whether or not they'll bring us the answers of is it in his head or is the mystical thing real?
Quite possibly. Wasn't he an Egyptian god in Apocalypse too? Yes. What? No, he wasn't a god. He was a mutant. He was the first mutant in Apocalypse. He was the first mutant. So he was revered as a god, yes. Yeah. But this is, I suppose you could say that about literally any god, I suppose. That technically they aren't a god, they're just revered as well. So that's fair enough. I'm very excited. The trailer, I think, coming from a different perspective is very exciting. Because then obviously doesn't make a difference to people who don't know Moon Knight. It's just an extra level of mystery. Especially when they're just like, why did you call me Mark? Anyone who doesn't know, why did they call him Mark?
Well, that was what I thought when I saw the photos. Why they called him Mark?
Why did you call him Mark? But I'm just like, why are they calling you Stephen? Why are you a Brit? And it also makes sense as to why his English accent is atrocious, because he's not English.
I think that's acceptable in the context.
Yeah, exactly, because he isn't. He's just an American man who's lost his fucking mind. He's gone to London and go, all right, mate.
Oi, governor.
Oi, governor. Hannah says, for someone who's not Egyptian, he seems to be getting a weird amount of work as a Marvel Egyptian. I wonder if this is just someone at Disney going, he's not quite white. Sorry, that's just me taking shots at Disney there. I'm wondering if his pilot is going to be in this show. He has a like Moon Knight. Moon Knight is a very rich superhero. He has weird like planes and gliders and helicopters and stuff, and he has a pilot who's gay.
Oh, okay.
So I'm wondering if Disney are even going to bother. But saying that, one of
they will, because that's just what they.
One of the Eternals is gay, aren't they? Yeah. So that kind of defeats.
I haven't rewatched that yet.
I have, and I enjoyed it just as much. I think the second time. So that's a good sign.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to rewatching it. Just haven't had the time.
To be fair, Hannah also says, to be fair, the woman in the museum's accent seemed dodgy too. And I think she was actually... Yeah, I thought the same thing. I thought her accent was a bit... You're useless. It just seemed like they were 1930s Cockneys.
Yeah, it did.
As opposed to, human beings who live today. But you never know. That might play into it. That might be a thing. She might be someone who was there to spy on him.
Maybe.
Stevie. My name's Stephen. Sorry. It made me laugh just the way... I lost a contact lens. I hope you find it.
It was a good old granny impression. Can you do another one for me?
How reindeer.
That was disappointing that time. That wasn't your best one.
No, it was because I was laughing.
Oh.
I'm sorry. You put me on the spot. It's like when I asked you to do your impression of me that you apparently do,
I told you it only comes out when the time is right.
which is never
It's
when
like-
I'm around. So
No, because you're already here. It's just every now and then my internal Jack is summoned.
that sounds so rude. I don't know why. Also, Ethan Hawke suddenly looks up. Ethan Hawke's getting on a bit. You say suddenly. He's been around for about 60 years. No, I don't think he is. How old is Ethan Hawke?
Ethan Hawke is 51 years old.
He's 51.
Oh, him.
That does sound very dodgy. But anyway, I'm very excited for Moon Knight, and I hope it's good, because otherwise I'm going to shoot myself in the foot. I'm not really.
I hope it's good. Otherwise, there's going to be another 6 weeks of misery on this channel.
We might have to impose, after Boba Fett, we might have to impose a new rule. If it's bad, we bail.
No, because if it gets good, we'll be annoyed.
And then we just start it up again.
No.
Because otherwise, it's just weeks and weeks. Like, the only reason I'm watching Boba Fett is because we do this show.
Yeah,
I
but-
would much rather be doing other things with my life.
What happens if it gets good?
It won't.
I mean, if you want to try and find some other shit to do instead, I'm not being
Scream.
involved. Pass.
Love to do Scream. Anyway. I wonder what the next thing's going to be. Because I thought it would be Miss Marvel first. I was convinced it was going to be Miss Marvel first this year. Between Boba Fett... Oh, moment. I was going to say none of it is our best money. Between Boba Fett and early Fast and Furious, this is not your best... No, it is not.
There's nothing wrong with doing a show where we say we don't like something, as long as we can give fair and just reasons as to why we don't like them. And I feel like we do.
I agree.
The problem is it's the same reasons every week.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing for 6 weeks in a row.
Yeah, that's the issue.
And there's nothing wrong with doing a show where we don't like something, but it's the fact that we have to watch it.
I'm still alright with Boba Fett. Fine. I mean, it's obviously not that good. It's made me yawn talking about it. But it's fine, because this week, it was my ring. This week, we've had a little bit of a chat about Too Fast, Too Furious. It was a nice little chat, I think. I think we made some fair points as to where there's problems.
Agreed.
We didn't really say about anything good about it. There's not much good to say about that film. We've spoken about the Moon Knight trailer. Become Saturday, there are so many other things to talk about. The fact that we'll only have like 10 minutes to say on Boba Fett is probably a blessing in disguise.
Probably.
Just saying.
Probably. Hannah says the problem isn't the show. It's just I'm not compelled to watch any of the stuff we're discussing. And you guys run out of stuff to say after 20 minutes. The rabbit hole preamble is almost longer than your opinion. This is fair.
I mean,
This is fair. It does sound like there's something wrong with the show there, though.
yeah. I would say also the rabbit hole preamble is longer than most people's opinions. All the time. That's just kind of what we do.
Which is why we're not going to do it. Goodbye. But I'm very excited. I'm very excited. This year is going to be a good year because we get Moon Knight, and then we got Doctor Strange, which, if any of the things on the internet are to be believed, which unfortunately they aren't, judging from the sources they're coming from. Have you seen some of the stuff that's going on about Doctor Strange?
I ignore it. I saw a thing saying that apparently it's going to have more on-screen heroes than Endgame, which doesn't make sense because we haven't had that many on-screen heroes yet.
Has there not been a single new one since Endgame? There hasn't, has there?
No, not yet. Moon Knight will be the first new one. Kate Bishop, you could argue.
Oh, yeah. Yes, but we lost more in Endgame
But we lost
than
more
one,
in Endgame,
so
yeah.
it can't be more.
Yes, unless it's people. Unless it's
They're
ones that we
arguing
don't
the multiverse.
know. Yeah, unless it's ones that we don't know.
Yeah.
But then by that point, and this isn't interesting. This would be irritating. Also, don't give us that much that quickly.
No, definitely
to
not.
it.
But also, they're arguing it's the multiverse. Like, there was a meme going around of all the different things of like like they had a picture of loads of different people that have been in like legacy Marvel movies over the years, over the last like 25 years or whatever, and that has and it was like you get to pick one per line. Who are you picking? La-di-da-da. That was then screenshotted and being like, rumored all of these people are in Multiverse of Madness. And it was like Ben Affleck as Daredevil and Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, Wesley Snipes as Blade. And what I can assure you is that they're not going to introduce multiverse versions of characters that they haven't introduced yet into the MCU. So Daredevil, to the mainstream audience, they have not introduced Charlie Cox as Daredevil yet properly. So they're not going to bring Ben Affleck in and confuse things. They haven't introduced Blade yet properly. He's had one line in a post-credit scene. They're not going to bring Wesley Snipes into it and confuse people from Mahershala Ali when that happens. And it's just like, what's his chops? Fuck, I can never remember his name, but the guy who played Mr. Fantastic in those movies, and then like Edward Norton as Hulk. That's what pissed me off. I was like, that's the same Hulk. They just recast him. You can't have Edward Norton as Hulk as well. And it was like Chris Evans as the Human Torch. I was like, for God's sake. Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider. And they literally had this long list of everyone. And then I've also seen that Andrew Garfield's been confirmed for this movie.
There was originally rumours knocking around that Maguire was going to be in this.
Yeah. No, but I've seen the room. Yeah. And it's, oh my God. And it's... Hannah says, oh, there was a comment about Black Panther that I missed.
I just let Letitia Wright's back filming.
Oh, yeah, I saw. I did read about that. Hannah says, I read that Doctor Strange has 3 versions of Strange, and Thor Love and Thunder, if true to the comic book, should have three Thors. So that's really difficult.
It is, yeah.
So that'll be 3 Marvel film in a row with the main character in it 3 times. Why would there be 3 3 Thors?
3 Thors is really unnatural.
It is. It's 2 THs. It doesn't work.
And also 3-4
Yeah.
is a thing. I don't know. I don't
There'll be
know.
2 because of Jane Foster, which I'd argue doesn't count as like a different version of. It does and it
You
doesn't.
mean Jane Foster or Jane Thorster?
No, I mean Jane Foster.
Oh.
I know she's going to be. She's going to get the power of Thor. What? Oh, I see. You're making a dirty joke.
I bet she did. I reckon she got the power of Thor's hammer a few times.
I didn't say Thor's hammer.
No,
I
but
said
I
Thor.
did. I did.
I wouldn't be surprised if there were 3 versions of Doctor Strange, though. See, judging from like merch and stuff I've seen, it wouldn't be surprising. It might just be different suits, but it could just be different versions of Strange. But I'm very excited. I'm pretty certain, though, that the only main characters... Hannah says, unless the article was lying, he gets help of an old Thor and a young Thor to go against the baddie. So there'll be 4 Thors, because Jane Foster is in this movie confirmed to be Thor.
It's getting confusing, isn't it? We'll just wait and see.
We will wait and see. But I don't know if anybody's seen this, but there was a concept art piece of like all the current heroes of the MCU, like leaked, and it was like there was a poster for in like between Infinity War and Endgame that was like a Infinity Saga thing with all the characters and that. And there's another one by the same artist, or at least it looks like it's by the same artist, of just the current heroes in their lineup. And Thor's suit, Thor looks ridiculous.
Good ridiculous or bad ridiculous?
Questionable ridiculous. I'm going to see if I can find it.
Ridiculous.
MCU, I guess Phase 4?
Don't ask me, friend.
See if I... Oh, I know. Hang on. No. See if I can find it. See if I can find it. See if I can find it.
I'm gonna sing you a song.
Do, 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 do.
While Jack finds the picture. Do 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 do. I hope you like my song. Do 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 do.
How is this
Jack,
not
if you
loaded?
found the picture.
I found one of them, but there was...
I'm running out of words for the song.
I've got more words, it's okay. Did you know your dad is... What are you talking about? I was going to say okay.
Oh no. Oh God, I hope not.
So there is a whole picture to this. I'll put it in the Discord for everyone who wants to see. But it's a bit ridiculous. I can't really show you from here.
No, we'll put it in Discord. We'll put it.
Put it in Discord.
Rich said, Kristian, you look psychotic singing with eyes wide open like that. I feel psychotic at all times.
That's fair. But anywho, thank you all for joining, where we talked 4 minutes about Fast and Furious, and then the rest was just general cacophony of nonsense. To sum up, Too Fast, Too Furious was a bit shit. Moon Knight looks great. Thor looks questionable. That sums up the evening, I think. Saturday, we will be returning to the studio with Admit 1 for Boba Fett episode 4. Unfortunately, so. But there is a lot to talk about specifically on Press Start this week, so.
Strap the fuck in.
Strap the fuck in, because I imagine there will be shouting. Honestly.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be.
There's going to be some form of shouting.
For a number of reasons. I'm also pretty sure you and I might get heated on a few things.
Yeah, we already know we disagree.
Yeah. But
I don't know how I don't know whether we disagree with enough.
No, we partially disagree about a few things. Not very much, but we also understand each other's point of view, I think.
Yes.
I feel.
I disagree, but I also wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, and I'm the same, but just the opposite view.
Yes.
But we'll deal with that next week. But
indeed.
The problem will be is if George turns up in the chat.
It's fine, we'll just ban him. It's not a problem. Still need to figure out what game we're playing tomorrow night. We do, but Rich, Sammy, Saf and myself will be playing a game tomorrow at 8 o'clock here on Twitch. So join in for that as well. Whatever we play, I'm sure it'll be amusing. Normally is, exactly. But yes, Saturday, remember to join in Boba Fett and Press Start for a potential heated imp. It might get heated and then end in angry sex, so who knows?
All right.
Live on air.
Keep dreaming, son.
Why would it be calm sex
You
then?
know any sex with us is nothing short of passionate. And caring.
Anger doesn't remove the passion. You know. This has been Admit 1, before we get taken away. This has been Admit 1, your movie and TV podcast right here on Rabbit Hole Media. If you like what you're doing is what? No. Yeah, watching us. You can follow us on Twitter at rabbithole_UK. I lost myself for a moment. You can just see us anywhere, but what? Subscribe to us. What? If you like what you're doing and what you're doing us, what? Can you do it?
If you like what you're doing and what you've been doing is watching us, you can follow us on Twitter at rabbithole_UK. You can subscribe to us on YouTube, where you can see us anytime that you wish. You can follow us on Twitch at Rabbit Hole Media. And now you can join us in the Discord for all of our crazy conversation shenanigans. And now you can follow us on Instagram at rabbitholemedia_UK and on TikTok at rabbitholemedia for all of the behind the scenes tits and bits. If you would like to support us, head to merch.rabbitholemedia.co.uk for a wide range of merchandise, which recently got wider and finer. And finally, if you're watching us live on Twitch and you're an Amazon Prime member, you get one free Twitch Prime membership per month. Please find it within your hearts to give the free membership to us. It won't cost you a penny, but it does go a very long way in helping us bring you the shows that you love.
Indeed. Until next time, we shall see you then. Oh, for fuck's sake. It hasn't worked again, has it?
But it's not even turned the mics off.